Your job.
That was kind of my job, just yelling at people, get your stuff done. We have these
Yeah.
things, we have these deadlines, get your stuff done, and that is management. But
Yeah. You were an
that's
expediter.
kinda, sorta. But I just because it was so dang early, I was working off like a third a third power through a lot of it. So just like
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just trying to wake up, bros. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I don't blame you for that then. Well, I'm sure you'll get through it just fine. I have faith in you. Even
We'll
if you
see.
don't. You can
Well,
you can do it.
I hate my lack of mental capacity. But
I'm sure most people do. Oh,
well,
that's,
usually it would be a pro. I guess I'll send these to you as well, Mr. Brat Boy,
there
because I'm
you go.
sending out the pictures to everyone, and I don't want to
Yeah,
contend with your freaking with the way Levistra went over and set up your stuff. It's so hard to go over and post
I
things.
know. I need to figure out a way to get in there and like lighten all of that stuff up because like we don't have that many people in the server to where it's like a big deal. People are posting pictures and like links,
Hmm.
and in the like the little general chat. Like if it got out of hand, we could say something to somebody, but like we don't really have people like spamming stuff in there and trying to do shit like that. Nor have
Yeah.
we didn't have that problem in Gilded either. Otherwise, I would have had Gilded locked down more than what we did. But I just didn't know jack shit about Discord. And Levistra was like, Levistra just got done setting up Hypnotics. And so he was just like, well, I'll just make it just like Hypnotics. And like Hypnotics is the reason why it is because Hypnotics is fucking huge. You know what I mean?
Oh, so it's just like we have a lot of safeguards. We have the security of Fort Knox, and it's like you're
Yeah.
a
Because you kind of
7-Eleven.
have to when you and Hypnotics, like he's kind of in the spotlight when it comes to a lot of acolytes of the cult kind of coming after people and stuff like
Oh.
that, and so you got to kind of like I think even his Discord is like members only now,
Oh,
like
I
only if you're a
remember
member of the channel.
Hypnotic. Oh, I
Yeah,
remember running into him. He was covering one of the things I wanted to. I was interested in. What did he cover? Hip. I think he went over and made fun of Melanie Mac, and that was when I was on my like make fun of Melanie Mac
yeah,
kick.
you're burn Melody Mac at the stake kick. Yeah,
Well, I didn't want to burn her at the stake. I just wanted to point out she's a fucking liar, a liar, which
but anyway, yeah,
I have
Hypnotic.
no patience for.
Yeah. Hypnotic did, yeah. So yeah, but yeah, that shit. So that's like, and so like I said, I got it. It wasn't that big a deal, but like yeah. So I'm sure we'll get around to taking care of that eventually. But yeah, we can always lessen it up a little bit. Maybe I'll even ask him at some point during this stream because I teased him in here tonight because I was like, dude, we got the final draft, we got the final cut of our intro tonight, and I told him it involves dragons, and he's dragonkin, so.
Well,
That's his
he's gonna feel
people. That's
very
his people.
embarrassed. Not embarrassed. He's gonna feel very mad at you. I saw some of the
Why?
stuff. There's some violence.
Well, yeah, yeah. It's not. I mean, it's dragons. It's not all hunky dory. Happy gumball shoe. This ain't My Little Pony, like motherfucker. And even My Little Pony had some dark episodes, but like, there was something
Not
else I
that
was
I
going to
watch
think
or
of.
nothing.
Well, I got kids, man. Like shit happens. I also had a roommate that was a little bit of a brony too. So,
Oh dear.
I don't know. I was just trying to think of something. What's up? Maybe with the Care Bears. Maybe it's not. Weren't they all happy hunky dory? I don't know. What was there
Well,
ever a show that was all completely and totally happy hunky dory?
there
It's not all
was
fucking
one
Barney and
episode.
friends,
There's
man.
like one movie in Care Bears where they really did kind of have a dark moment with the one kid who wanted to become a magician. It was back in the
Mm.
90s when 90s 80s when they still allowed for some dark moments, like
Oh
an
yeah,
American Tale.
yeah. Feifel Goes West. That
Oh yeah,
one. That one's got some dark moments in it. Like that was
that one
back when
was
Disney was willing to be dark. I mean, think
that
about
was
think about the Lion King, man. Mufasa's death. Like, holy cow.
dude. Secret of
Like,
Nim.
yeah. I mean, you had like entire theaters of children crying, man, and they loved you for it. They fucking loved you for it. And now
Mm.
everything's all hunky dory, soft and cuddles, and it's all failing, and you wonder why. Like
Ah,
nobody
shit.
will remember this shit in a decade.
Oh
Um,
no, I remember also like Land Before Time when it's just like
oh
Littlefoot's
yeah,
mom's dead.
oh
It's just
yeah,
like you
yeah.
gotta keep going, Littlefoot. Yeah.
Fucking Bambi. Uh,
Oh,
fucking
I think
Fox and the Hound. Fox and the Hound.
that one's
Holy
rough.
cow! Right, that one's rough. So yeah, they're like that's what I said. That would, that's it wasn't no joke. They had no problem. They had no problem reminding the kids what fear was, because that's the thing. There was an somebody made a really good like actual like legitimate clinical reason as for it, because that gets kids used to dealing with fear in a safe setting that where they're not actually in any danger, which once again makes it to where they're not giant pussies out there when the real world happens.
Yeah. It allows
So,
them to mentally process. Like in other times, like in the olden times where everything was fucking brutal, they would make sure to take the kid, at least the boys, out on hunting trips, so they would get
yeah.
used to blood and they'd be used to death a little bit, because more likely than not, they might be involved in death in the future, especially if you get you got press ganged, or you got recruited forcibly into the army. Um,
Yeah.
there and The funniest thing is that we see those things like that's hardcore. That's not even as hardcore as like the hardcore German tales where just like birds were eating out people's fucking eyeballs.
Oh yeah.
Where they have a whole bunch of like terrible, sad stories just to go over and teach kids don't be retarded. Like Matchstick Girl, like the Matches Girl or whatever, who she liked to play with matches and then she got set on fire.
Yes, yes. Well, I mean, even like there was some stuff that was written in like I don't know if it was the 80s or the 90s, but there was one that was like about the girl who didn't want to take a bath, right? So they send her to this one lady's house who cures kids of their problems. And so she let the little girl play with the pig all day and wall around in the mud and never made her take a bath or anything like that. And then once she had enough dirt and soil built up on her, one night she planted her with seeds. And next thing you know, plants started growing out of the dirt on top of her skin and shit.
Ah!
And she was like, "We're going to turn you into a turnip garden. This is perfect." And they go, and of course, I want a bath. I want a bath. Never want to be dirty again kind of situation. So like even stuff like that it can not horror, not like I do. The one I saw that like I couldn't do is I don't remember how old I was, but Ernest Scared Stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was still in elementary school, so I don't know how old I was, but I was still in elementary. I'd be like third grade probably at the most. But my grandma and we all went to see it on our little Sunday movie trips that we used to do sometimes. And I was like, those trolls were so fucking freaky and so wild looking as a little kid that we had to leave. I couldn't finish the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, now I love that movie. I love that movie. It's freaking hilarious. I love Ernest. I love all the Ernest movies. The Ernest movies
Was
are great.
that the one with the Black Witch chick where everyone's like, "How'd you get so old?" after they saved all the kids?
I think so. Yeah. Because that was the one. Yeah, because I think the trolls were kidnapping kids and sticking them inside of trees and stuff like that. So there was like little avatars and stuff. But yeah, that was the Halloween. Ernest Scared Stupid was the Halloween one. So it was really good though. But yeah,
like,
I don't know.
But it can only be beaten by this thing that starts with an M, and there's a missing thing and an LK.
Yeah,
it's Miak, of course.
Of course, everybody knows that. That's obvious. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. So, all right. Well, I guess it's been long enough. Boys and girls, lady. Oh, wait, shit. I forgot to upload it. Sunker, keep talking.
Hello. We're going to go over and watch Daredevil Born Again. Thank you all for being very patient. It's going to be a pretty interesting one. I heard it might have been another filler one, but we like filler. So, like, the last filler episode was actually really, really fucking good, and we were loving it.
That's true.
Even though it had a reference to Kamala Khan and no one likes her.
Dude, her producer, one of her producers was asked, one of the producers for the show was asked about that at CinemaCon, and they were like, "There's talks, but it's all just still to be determined. It's just talks." So that's literally all they said. It's all to be determined. So.
I know. I'm looking at what Parath has just put. You fucking dick.
I'm seeing that too. That's fucking great. He's good like that. All right, now let's figure out where the fuck Rumble Studios put this damn thing, because they don't have any rhyme or reason as to where this shit fucking ends up at in the back end here.
Oh, I also, you'll go over and you like this, Mr. Rumble supporter.
Oh, never
There
mind, I got it.
was Kick went over and had a fucking conniption fit a couple days ago, and I watched Kino Casino, so I was like, oh
Mhm.
no, please come back. And one of the guys, one of their friends, texted them on their personal phones like, "Rumble chat's looking fine. Rumble ain't crashing."
Oh, that's fucking great. That is fucking great. Yeah, that's why we multi stream, because you never know what's going to happen on another platform. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, the hopefully final, well, probably not the final version, but at least the most final version we've got right now that I'm actually rather satisfied with of our new intro for Is It Good? Song by our dear sweet Sunker Maiden.
Check the lights, it's showtime now. Crowd is buzzing, hear the sound. Is it gold or just a lie? Worth a watch or pass it by? Critics talking loud and clear. Do they praise or spread the fear? Film or flop, we wanna know. Cut the bull, come join the show. Is it good as nerds we say? Will it shine or fade away? Sinking ships might pull you in. Do we lose or can we win? Scenes a rolling moment by. Answers hidden in the sky. Join the crowd and take a peek. In the common view we seek. Is it good as nerds we say? Will it shine or fade away? Sinking ships might pull you in. Do we lose or can we win? Eyes on stage and
This is
hearts
so
on
dumb.
sleeve. Wondering what we'll achieve. Is it worth the precious time? In the common view we'll climb. Scenes a rolling moment by. Answers hidden in the sky. Join the crowd and take a peek. In the common view we seek. Win. Scenes a rolling moment by. Answers hidden in the sky. Join the crowd and take a peek. In the common view we seek. Eyes on stage and hearts on sleeve. Wondering what we'll achieve. Is it worth the precious time? In the common view we'll climb. Eyes on stage and hearts on sleeve. Wondering what we will climb. When
You're I don't.
Oh, how we doing tonight, guys? It's Jesse with the Common Nerd, bringing you pop culture and all things through theory, common sense lens, and welcome to Is It Good, boys and girls? I hope you enjoyed the world premiere of our wonderful new introduction, boys and girls. It's a fabulous thing. I'm rather proud of that. I don't care if Sunker wants to make fun of me or not. I'm rather proud of that. So screw her and all her bullshit. Yeah, so I thought that turned out rather nicely. And I will answer questions in the chat about that here shortly. But boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we've got season 1 episodes. Well, it's season 4, but whatever. Daredevil Born Again, episode 7. Art for art's sake, boys and girls. That is the episode this evening. Heard some mixed reactions, heard some very nasty reactions, but for once in our beautiful, wonderful days, Sunker and I are actually kind of the opposite of what the general consensus in the fellowship is, which I think is actually kind of funny because normally she's a really cranky, like overcritical psychopath. So like that's kind of interesting to see. That's kind of fascinating to see. I am not even gonna lie on that one. So we'll see how things go tonight. We enjoyed episodes last week, 5 and 6. And so before we get into talking about all of that and saying hi to all of you fabulous folks out there in the chat, Sunker McDeer, the lady in red, how are you this evening?
Hello, hello, hello. Happy to go over and be here. That was an interesting opener video. I guess I just got... I guess Grant Gregory just spoiled me.
Which, if you would like to spoil her more with the Mr. Grant Gregory videos, a $25 direct donation will absolutely get those videos played. So by all means, have at it. Sorry.
Don't be sorry, but don't do
Then you drive.
I was sorry. I needed medication.
I don't blame you. Close the door all the way, please. Oh, there we go. But holy cow! So yeah, so so you didn't appreciate. I mean, like I said, for $25 direct donation, we can gladly spoil Sunker Maiden with all of her Grant Gregory videos. We've got 2 of those for that. So don't forget that, boys and girls. So yeah, but other than that, Sunker, other than being appalled and offended by my extremely hard work and dedication to editing and processing disturbing AI videos, how else have you been?
Well, if you want, I can always act like my mom when she didn't want to hurt my feelings. You did a good job. You did your best. It was really cute. Your brother could do this.
Oh, I get no respect around here. No respect at all. No respect at all, I'll tell you. No respect.
But, very, very happy to be here. I do want to go over and see it. I do want to, because we've just been so opposite of what people generally get out of Doctor Who. Now,
Daredevil Born Again.
Out of Daredevil, that it's just, I am very much looking forward to it. Now I'm verklempt.
What happens when I leave her alone for 2 seconds? The whole world falls apart in her brain. What were you saying? You were conflunked? You're excited to see the episode because everybody else seems to hate it?
Yeah, everyone else seems to hate it. It's just like, well, here's the thing. Like, when people love it the most, I'm kind of lukewarm on it. Because I'm like, well, it's just the Netflix stuff. And it's like, it's starting to show like some of the bad pacing of the Netflix stuff. And I'm like, okay, so this was absolutely your fault. Rather than Netflix just being weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Well, and it's like I said, this is a slightly different crew than they had on the Netflix series too, because it's got the Punisher guy on it, but it's got like the Netflix's like stunt coordinators and all of that kind of stuff, which I think kind of explains some of the fight scenes and how we have appreciated those, because they did get all of those guys back, like the choreographers and stuff like that. So that was probably what Feige thought was the most important, not overall good quality storytelling, because he's short-sighted and only had so much fucking time. But maybe I'm just giving him too much of the benefit of the doubt.
You want good... I'm sorry, it's superhero. You kind of want to have some fucking fight scenes. I'm sorry to go over and say it.
Right.
I don't know. We can have Jessica Jones be depressed more, I guess, or something like that. Or we could have a fight scene.
Hey, she was a raging alcoholic who would then get into a fight scene. So it's like, I appreciated her. It's like you should have been able to relate to her more, Sunker. What are you talking about?
Go to bars.
Notice she skipped over the other part. I just said, I don't go bars. Well, most of the time, Jessica Jones didn't either. Most of the time, she was getting hammered at the house, or while she was walking down the road, or while she was supposed to be working, or any of those kind of situations ending in Y.
No, I don't drink at work.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, no. And speaking of drinking too, I got this sampler pack. I just want to show this off because this is really cool. This Hans Pilsner. This is from a Texas brewery, but I thought the can just looked really cool, and it's like a little lime green thing. It's just a nice little German inspired Pilsner. Yeah, German style Pilsner. But it's pretty good. It's Real Ale Brewing Company. They're a Texas brewery, and I like supporting local stuff. So it's very tasty. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. I have 3 others to try, but so far this one's pretty good. So we'll see how the other ones are. But yeah. That's what we're up to now as well. So since I'm not getting the chat right now anyway, I'm gonna refresh for just 1 second, and then I'm gonna say hi to all of you fabulous folks out there in the chat. Sunker, remind everybody to jump over, if they're on YouTube, to jump over to Rumble.
Okay, everyone, if you are watching us on the wonderful, lovely, voluptuous YouTube, the Village Bicycle, as one might say, we unfortunately cannot go over and watch Daredevil Born Again on YouTube itself because of the bots. So we're going to have to go over, and when we start actually watching, we're going to jump over to Rumble. Make sure to jump over and click on the links to the Rumble channel. You don't have to make an account, but you'll have to make an account if you want to go over and comment and stuff. But if you just want to watch us chuckle fuck around, you can just go over and jump in.
Yep, there you go. Speaking of jumping in, we got to get to this first. Parathis for $2 over on the Rumble side of the house. Says poop factory money, not entirely sure what that means, and condom money, poor Mrs. Nerd. First off, it's going to take a lot more than $2 to buy the size of fucking box of condoms that I fucking need to keep around here in order to keep Mrs. Common Nerd not pregnant. But I appreciate the sentiment, and thank you very much for the $2, Parathis. And once again, $2 once again, said still had more views than Snow White. And you know what? And you ain't wrong. Thank you for the $2 or the $4, Parathis. And Levistro, a.k.a. Parathis, coming in hot over there, which is still stupid. That's one of the other things they need to get fixed over there on Rumble, is make it to where when you send in super chats, you show up as your actual channel name and not your base username, because that's what it does. Yeah, it's silly. Levistro says first comment. There you go. Thank you, Levistro. He says if you want me to condense it, I can. If you just ask, could you condense it and just make it to where? I mean, like, you don't have to get rid of any of the rest of the folders. Just make it to where they can put pictures and links in the main little thingy mabobber. But Levistro, another one of our fine channel subscribers over there on Rumble, which you can also become for $5 or less on any of our platforms, depending on what platform you're on. So by all means, come and check that out if you haven't already. Shadow Ward 99. Go ahead.
And further pimp out for him, go over and check out his merch store. And also, he goes over and when he's not going over and commenting on pop culture or going over and doing watch-alongs, he also plays his own plays the video games. I can't pimp! I'm worst pimp! Ah!
Oh, I appreciate you trying, Sunker. I appreciate that very much. Shadow War 99, another one of our fine channel subscribers, says third comment. There you go. We all did. That's right. She's got no milk either, and what little she has is expired. I don't remember who we were talking about at that point, but I believe you. Right, you X. Good to see you, buddy. Glad you made it in. Another one of our fine channel subscribers. I appreciate it. Yeah, good to see you. Jesse won't wear a fucking condom. What the fuck you smoking? That's probably a good point, Shadow Word 99. The good stuff, says Parathis. Bye. I need to know what AI you used for that. That would be, it's the one Grant uses. Here. I'll send you the website. There you go. Here, this is going in the chat. It's called Hailua AI. I have no idea. I doubt it's Hawaiian. It's probably some Chinese really fucking
bad.
company.
I'm going to feel really bad when I download it, set up an account, school you.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Oh, you go ahead if you think you can school me on it. By all means, have at it. Go play with the damn thing. I don't care. The link's in the chat though. The link's in the chat now. So there you go, Parathis. There you go, buddy. The dragon clip to Jesse. I guess it isn't a real person. I guess it isn't a real person after all. You're accurate. You're accurate. It's all just a figment of your imaginations. Those are wyverns. Stupid bipeds thinking we're all the same. Racists, says Parathis. That's right. All you dragons look the same to me. Doesn't matter if you're Eastern, Western, you're all scaly, fire-breathing monsters that deserve to be slayed and have your timepiece taken from you. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, Sunker's all kinds of excited now. There we
Why
go.
did it keep having hourglasses just popping out of fucking nowhere, bro?
Because you know how hard it is to get more than what you got in those videos with those damn things. I'd really have to experiment with that and see how far I could push it. But I couldn't get more than a 6-second clip out of it. So there's only so much you can put in one of those damn things. There's only so much you can do in 6 seconds, boys and girls. There's only so much you can do. Wow.
Not with that attitude.
Giggity. Shadow Ward 99. That was kind of cringe, to be honest. Well, fuck you too, Shadow Ward 99. And I no respect. I get no respect around here. No respect at all. Intro, not Daredevil. There you go. Yes, intro, not Daredevil. Sunker thinks it's shit. I felt the cringe, and Parathis is saying it's racist. Well, then I sounds like I did my job. It sounds like I did my job then.
You can't.
Dragons, 2 feet in hands and wings. Wyverns, 2 feet in wings. Humans, why funny hat? Food. Brain, where? That's a good point. Sunker was talking. Sunker has a brain, says Levistro. I know Nerd doesn't, but Sunker having a brain? When did some female humans have that? That's dangerous. Next, you'll say women can vote. Yeah, that's never a good idea. Hashtag repeal the 19th.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Shadow Knight facts. There you go. Wow, the village bicycle. It's true. It's true. There you go. Extra small condoms. They don't make those. You got a point. Done after my birthday, so Monday-ish. Okay, sounds good, Levistro. Oh yeah, I gotta make a video for you tomorrow. Melanie Melty Mac. Oh, Melanie Melty Mac. No milk. She's Flatsville. Oh, okay. I got what you're saying now. I'm talking about Melanie Mac having no tits. So yeah, I got you. Yeah, no milk on that one. I get what you're saying. What were you gonna say, Sunker?
I might not be able to show up for your birthday, Levistro. I feel bad.
Well, I already told him I can't show up either because I'm taking the kids camping this weekend for the birthdays. So but you can record him a video, Sunker. You can record him a video and he'll put it in a compilation. So yeah, you got OBS on your computer?
Do I have OBS? Of course I do.
Okay. Just checking. I wasn't sure what you were actually going to say or not. Like, no, all I do is stream. What the fuck do I need that shit for? But yeah, you can just record him a you can record him a happy
he's
birthday,
mad.
Mr.
He's mad. Oh no! You got better. I gotta go over and record a video for him.
Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. It's still late at night. There you go. Oh, it's till late at night. He says it's till late at night. You're talking about the birthday thingy.
Yeah,
so you might be able to make it
in.
Hey, you know what? Just record him a video just in case. Do like the happy birthday, Mr. President thing. All of his dragon scales will melt the fuck off, and he'll be as happy as a clam. So yeah. He'll grow 4 legs or 2 legs or whatever. I don't know what it was. There was 4-legged dragons in there. I know I saw some flying around. But either way, there you go. All right, boys and girls. So let's go ahead and jump right into it this evening. We'll give you. Did I share the screen yet? No. Let me share the screen. Not the AI generated video. You guys don't want to see the outros of that. Those are horrifying.
I like that they kept falling over.
I know, and I tried to make sure that like the falling over clips were like next to each other. So if I fell over if like you fell over to video, I made sure I fell over in a video, right? And then the last one you did, I didn't have another one for. So I just tried to get homeboy with like the shocked look, the shocked look on his face.
Like, dude, like fucking the fire in her. Like I think she caught her hair on fire in one of them.
Well, there's one of them you do like you bend back over, but you come back up and take out the dragon. So I was like, well, that part's okay. That looks pretty good. So yeah, no, some of that shit was fun. There's a story in there somewhere. I just can't exactly figure out what it's supposed to say. Actually, yes, I can. I'm just not going to tell anybody. Anyway, boys and girls, time for the tease, which if they give us a recap, we'll skip that here in a second. It's a great way to shrink your channel. Get back at me for roasting you, blah, blah, blah. So my viewers can sub you almost to 500. So that's why I'm mass inviting people. Oh, it's for his birthday thingy. There you go. There you go. It's a great way to shirk your channel. Oh, I get what you're saying. Shirk your channel to get back at me for roasting you, blah, blah, blah. There you go. I think he means, I think he probably means like shuck your channel. No, there's another word for it.
Sure.
Besides plug.
Chill.
Shill, that's the word he's looking for. Shill. It's another great way to shill your channel. That's what he's probably looking for. But that's okay. We get what he was saying. We got what he was saying. We were picking up what he was putting down. All right, let's see if this is going to be the replay first.
Oh, remember.
Okay. Oh.
You
What?
guys are going to have to go over to Rumble soon.
Yes,
Hurry
jump
up.
over to Rumble soon. We'll give you a little bit of a preview, a little bit of a teaser, but you got to jump over to Rumble to watch us at the Common Nerd over on Rumble.
Oh, yeah. What happened last time? We went over and saw
Yeah.
the best fight between Daredevil and an Irishman. It was kind of a one-shot bottle episode, but it actually showed Daredevil being a fucking hero. So you can't really be mad at that.
Well, and okay, so here's the other thing about that too. Everybody, like, there were so many people that hated that episode because they're like, okay, you've only got 9 episodes in the series. Why are you putting a filler episode in here? And I'm like, I don't care. We get to see Daredevil doing Daredevil stuff. And so that was great. You know, that was a lot of fun. So we enjoyed that. We thought the Irish guys were funny as all hell.
Yeah.
You know, they were great. You know,
Holy
you know,
shit, you're from a fucking Charles Dickens character. Holy crap.
yeah, exactly. You're a Charles Dickens character. You know, blind orphan, like, you know, a lawyer.
Catholic.
Like, holy shit, yeah, Catholic, blind, orphan, and a lawyer. You couldn't get more Charles Dickens than that. So Daredevil was good for that. But it's like, and so like everybody, because I even watched Friday Night Tights like the day after too, just to see what they were saying about it. And like they went over it so quickly, like they didn't seem to care all that much, you know, other than just saying that they weren't a big fan of it.
It was really fun.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed those. I really enjoyed both of those a lot last week. So like I said, it's funny for us to be like on the opposite side of everybody else.
I'm sorry, I guess we needed more episodes of Daredevil wondering whether or not he should put the mask on, and then staring at the mask, and then watching crime, and then staring at the mask, and then getting into
and
not good fight, and then staring at the mask.
And then those are all complaints of everybody else's too. Like everybody's got that complaint about that kind of stuff being an issue and that kind of stuff being a problem. But it's still one of those things where it's like I said, it's like they're not. I don't know. It's just like they're not seeing the same redeeming qualities that we are. Maybe they were just expecting better. I don't know what it was, but I don't know. Like I said, I've had a good time with the last couple episodes. So we've definitely had some not great episodes. I would say borderline bad episodes as well. But we've also had some pretty good episodes too.
Like with Daredevil, I'm a fan of Batman the Animated Series. They had a whole bunch of bottle episodes, and it didn't detract, and it wasn't boring. It was fun. It had some stakes involved, because it's Dark Marvel. Anyone could have gotten shot and died. Like a lot of things could have happened, and I like Matt Murdock being a competent badass. He was so competent where he caught the fucking gun. That fucking stairwell fight scene was great.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you on that too. And so it's one of them situations where it's just like, I don't know. I think it's one of those things. And I said this back early on when I thought it might actually end up being good and they might be able to turn things around. I said, in order to bring back majority of your audience and have people to actually think about you in a different way, this is going to have to be great. It can't just be good. It has to be great. And it hasn't been great. It's been good. And people are already hypercritical of everything because of how much we've all been burned in the past by Marvel, by DC, by Hollywood in general, right? And we all very much have the right to be as critical as we want over this because we're the ones spending our money on this. We're the ones that decide whether or not this stuff succeeds or fails. That's the fans, that's the audience. And it is, you know what? After all the times that they've burned us, they deserve all of our ire. They deserve people to be as critical as they want to over this stuff because they have earned that. Disney as a whole corporation has earned that. Hollywood as a whole ecosystem has earned that. And it is going to take them a long time to earn people's trust back to a point where people are going to go, you know what? It was good. You should watch it because they're going to go, it was good. You know, it was all right. There were some good episodes, and people are just gonna be like, oh, you know what? I'm not even going to bother wasting my time. You know what I mean? Because if there's just some good episodes, you know, I got to spend 9 hours of my life, you know, watching some good episodes, you know, and that's the problem because especially to those that are just quasi burned out there in like the more normie circle, unless you tell them it's great that they got to watch it, they're just gonna be like, yeah, maybe I'll get to it eventually. And that's the problem with streaming and everything being on demand is you can always get to it eventually, and you will put things off until the end of time. So.
Well, the normies already kind of started wising up a little bit after Game of Thrones. That was the biggest normie wake up pill ever. It was just like, "What? We trusted you," and meanwhile, all the people who were like fans of the books, like, they're lying to you. Don't trust them.
Yeah, well, and that was another one of those problems with Game of Thrones too. Is that's what happens when the show outruns the book.
Yeah.
You know, like that you see that happen in anime and manga, right? And then it ends up being filler. The only difference with that is they actually forced the mangaka to do his fucking job and get that stuff done. Unlike what happens with George R. R. Martin, which is why I'm never going to bother reading those books until he's dead and in the grave and some ghostwriter finishes it for him.
Pretty much.
You know,
and I do love when he's just being so fucking petulant. It's like, you may never get to see the end of the book. I'm like, motherfucker, you do not live forever. And there's, if they can't, you're not fucking Tolkien. So you're gonna get your book's ass is gonna get written with or without you eventually.
Right, and I've heard rumors and stuff like that he already has actually somebody kind of lined up, and he's more like just kind of waiting to kick the bucket and be like passing the buck to the next guy, but like, hey, this is your baby now. Fuck off, I'm dead. Right? Like, yeah.
Well, I
yeah, exactly.
Like, thought process of like what they were planning on doing with like getting Jon Snow back in. It's like it's not just with bullshit, but and it would have made sense for the big reveal for his character. But, yeah, it's just, he's being a fucking pussy and just fucking, you were so fucking enamored up your own asshole. And now you got burned. And now it's not fun anymore.
That's very true. That's very true. And that's just the way it goes. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. For some reason, the YouTube chat's working as per usual. What's up, Hook? Go on, buddy. Join us over on Rumble so we can watch the whole show.
Yeah, Jonathan Rumble.
Go ahead.
I would also like to go over and point out Tolkien eats how much Tolkien eats at Martin's lunch, because when
it's not even close.
When people were trying to go over and change his shit for expediency or movie things or anything, he would fucking horsewhip them out. This is my word.
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah. Whereas, like, you know, like homeboy, he's just like, I'll take any money we can get. I'll take any money we can get. So he's like, I'm fat and old and don't give a shit anymore. And so I'll just, oh, you mean I can come in as a consultant and help you write things and attach my name to it because it'll give you more street cred with the fans? Sure. You want to adapt my Dragon Noodle Soup books? Sure. By the way, what's up, Dragon Noodle over on Kick?
Dragon Noodle, hello.
You got what you asked for, Dragon Noodle, at least to a certain extent. Yep, there you go.
I'll be getting a tank girl later.
Here,
don't worry.
Oh, wrong solo. Hold on. That's not the solo you want to see. There you go.
Gentlemen, this is what Dragon Noodle Soup would never paid for. I said I would cut my hair and that I would go over and try to look like Tank Girl. Tank Girl is in the mix. But just so it's like, yes, it is completely chopped off.
Yep, it was all the way down, and now it's all the way to the shoulders.
I shouldn't have done that.
There you go. There you go. You're fine. You're fine. There you go. Dragon is written, actually. Him currently making a fairy tale story. Oh, nice, Noodle. Nice. That's freaking cool. Yeah, you missed the Dragon. Well, you saw most of the Dragon intro. I did make a final version of it. There's one extra clip, but we'll play it on the way out, Dragon Noodle. We'll play it on the way out. But good to see you, buddy.
I'll fix it for you.
Yes. Lavisha says, hey, filler done well is good. That's why I don't watch The Fellowship anymore, because they're all rage baiting now. Yes, I said it. 1980s Teenage Mutant Turtle series was 90% filler. There you go. And it was great. Don't compare the fat soda to Robert Jordan. They put that guy wrote himself in the grave and Amazon took a shit on it. That is true, too. That is true. Anal is never fun on the receiving end unless you're a woman. For a man, it's disturbing. So I don't know where the hell that came from, Levistro. I prefer Sunker with the long hair. Change it back. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
All right, fine.
Yeah, there you go. Right there, we'll just glue it all back on. It'll be all right. Glue it all back on.
Well, I haven't donated it yet, but I like. It's very funny because when I went over and sent it over to Nerd, he went over and said, he was very like, "Oh, you just did it." I'm like, "Yes, of course." Like, I donated hair like all the time. That's just what I did growing up.
Yeah, I just didn't expect it to happen that fast. I figured you'd like have to make an appointment and go in and do it somewhere or something like that. I didn't expect your mom just to do it.
Yeah, I just turned to my mom. I was like, "Hey, mom, cut my hair off." She's like, "Are you sure?" "Yes." "Are you drunk?" "Yes." "We'll wait for tomorrow." And then turned it to tomorrow. Like, "You got to cut my hair." "Did you wash it?"
Oh, that is great. So thank you for that, Dragon Noodle. So typical rules still apply tonight, Dragon Noodle. Typical rules. But which looks like a nerd. He 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 he. I'll pay to make her hair cut off even more. No, you won't.
It'll
no,
be
you
really,
will not.
really, really short. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can make it too short because I do have to show up on camera for my
Yeah.
job. I can't buzz cut.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. This is about as short as we can go. She still works in a professional setting, but I appreciate the offer, Dragon Noodle Soup. That is great. Holy cow, that is great. Turns on the Clippers. Yeah, exactly. Not happening. I will say no to that one. I will say no to that one. Oh shit, that's the wrong button. That's not the one I wanted. There we go. There you go. Lavistro says, "I will unalive that soup."
We're gonna have some dragon on dragon violence.
We'll have some dragon on dragon violence. Lavistro versus Dragon Noodle. Oh, what are we having? Dragon soup. You want one way or the other? Oh, I wonder if it tastes like chicken.
Dude, I did hear a very fun prompt where it's just like they knew they shouldn't have eaten the dragon, but everyone was so hungry. No one was going to stop them as they went over to the corpse and got the hatchets out. But then the children came. And we're like, "Shit, this is really cool." Ah!
Have you ever watched Delicious in Dungeon?
That's one I has to watch.
Oh yeah, you've got to watch it because they totally eat a dragon in that. It's fucking great.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious in Dungeon is great.
Dude,
it is absolutely wonderful.
I watched the one where I saw the one clip where they went over and made holy water. They made a holy water jar, and because Gosar and Kapoor was just like, "This is actually a weapon now." They went over, smacked all the ghosts with it, and then they got like a really good sherbet.
Yeah, because of all the cold. It was the cold. He was spinning around. He put a little sugar in it and spin it around and turn it inside of the ghost because they're really cold because they dropped the temperature, right? Down to freezing. So yeah, you made a great sherbet. That is great. That is great. Yeah, that's a good point, Livia. So the last thing we need is Sunker looking like a lesbian.
You know what? For $20, I will ditch this and bust out the flannel.
Whoa. Oh, there you go. I recently heard that story, actually. There you go. But yeah, you're good, Noodle. Holy cow. All right, let's see what we got here. See if we're getting the recap first. We got to skip over to the actual episode.
Oh, yeah, Daredevil.
Shoot.
Yeah,
Daredevil.
I've been thinking a lot about...
Okay, yeah, skip recap, and then we'll just jump into the beginning of the episode here a little bit. But we're gonna have to skip the intro. No, we're not.
One thing I don't think we really hit on because it was pretty self-explanatory. I do like how he was gonna 100% kill that fucking painter guy. He was gonna kill that painter boy.
Yeah.
And he only stopped because he had to go save an innocent.
Yep, that's a good point. You're talking about what's his face?
You called him Muse, but we don't actually know his character.
No, I think it is Muse.
It probably is, given he does blood art. But
well, no, I meant from the comics. Like I know people that have verified that it's Muse. But they haven't said. I don't think they've said his name in the show. Yeah, I get what you're saying. What?
What?
Why would anyone want her to put on a flannel? I don't get that.
Someone paid
At
$20
all.
for me to put on a
Dragon
flannel
Noodle
shirt.
Soup has donated $20 over on the fucking Streamlabs.
Well,
Why would you want her to put on a flannel? What the fuck is wrong with
Thank
you?
you, Dragon Noodle.
Thanks for 20
I'll go
bucks.
get my red
Why did you
flannel.
only do that for 20 bucks? What the fuck? That's gonna ruin our fucking viewership for the
you.
rest of the night. I need more than fucking 20 bucks for that shit. What the fuck? I ain't gonna get no shorts out of this stream that are gonna get any views. Putting a freaking flannel on. Putting a freaking flannel on. There you go. Dragon Noodles is now someone paid her to make her wear something sexier. There you go. There you go. Oh, that is horrible. Thank you, Dragon Noodle. That's funny. All right, we'll wait till Sunker gets back before we kick this over. Oh, God, that's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Anybody got any predictions for the episode tonight? Anybody got predictions, or have you guys already seen it all? I don't know. I don't know. And we still can't torture her with the videos, too. She did, Dragon Noodle, she did say earlier that she was missing Grant Gregor's videos. She did say that earlier. She legitimately did say that earlier on the stream. Parathis says, I'll pay $40 for Sunker to wear what she wore in the intro. Oh, wow, that's not actually a bad flannel at all. Never mind. I take that back. Hold on. Let's everybody see what they paid for. Here we go. Hold on. You know what? Never mind. I take it back, Dragon Noodle. That's a good choice. That's an excellent choice. My friend. That's an excellent choice. It is a button up. Holy cow. Oh, that is great. That is absolutely great. Oh, holy cow. All right. Let's get back to
Where was she wore in the intro? I don't have chainmail or I don't have any of that shit.
He's like asking about it for like $40 too. And I'm like, that's not fucking no, cosplay doesn't happen for $40. I don't remember what Sunker's was on that one, but considering the fact that she doesn't have like chainmail and stuff, I don't know.
It's really hard to mess with the camera and just like can't end up flashing the fucking camera. Fuck.
No, you're not going to. It's not down that far. It's just holding things up indeed. Kyo Saber! One of our fine channel subscribers. What's up, buddy? Says, hot damn! All right, amen to that. Thank you, Dragon Noodle, for the $20 on Streamlabs. Oh, wait, that's the wrong button. I got distracted and hit the wrong button. I wonder how that happened. No idea. No possible idea how that happened. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Silly.
Oh, not bad, but intro outfit. Devastator! What's going on, buddy? 5319. Going on, buddy? Good to see you. Hey, if she actually made the AI armor, I'd pay more, but we all know it doesn't exist. Well, I mean, you could do it, but like actually making something up like that making stuff like that would definitely take a little bit of work for something like that.
I still owe the chainmail, so I do actually. The funniest thing, one of the funnier things is after I cut my hair, I'm like, well, shit, my silhouette's changed now. So I actually do have to start losing weight because there's nothing more sad than a fat chick with short hair. It's like, oh no, you've given up at that fucking point.
That's horrible. That is horrible. Oh, that is great. Okay. All right. There we go. And let's see here. And bangerang. All right, there we go.
My Tank Girl, seriously. I really did like the Tank Girl movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I thought it was funny. I enjoyed it. I thought that was wild and crazy. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck I just watched, but that was cool.
I want to play Monopoly. Well, we'll play Monopoly, but I want to be the little dog.
That's one of those movies that should probably would have been even better, like extremely high. Like we'd have to be really big for that one. But that's right. Serenity takes her Tank Girl seriously. Absolutely.
The dust bath that she does, the dust shower she does, because water is such a precious commodity.
Oh yeah, yep, that's true too. Factory man puts himself in danger for money. Factory man pays for whatever for the funny. There you go. There you go. All right. All right. Let's get into a little bit more of this.
Daredevil. right.
We'll get back to it eventually. I feel like this is about to go sideways, like the Doctor Who Sunday night stream did. It's like, were we watching Doctor Who at some point?
Fuck.
That's right. We got to get back to that.
Dude, that Doctor Who episode, the plant one sucked balls. I'm like, I didn't have the words to go over and say, like, fuck your Greenpeace bullshit and fuck you, Clara, for being a cunt.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Like the part with the missile bra. That shit's funny in Tank Girl. Oh yeah, she's clearly inspiration behind the Gorillas and Harley Quinn. Oh yeah, especially the Gorillas stuff. Oh yeah, absolutely. I love Gorillas too. Gorillas is great shit.
But like she's just like, she's that little bit of crazy, but she's not like crazy. She's just a little bit off.
That's true. That is true. Alrighty. I gotta get another beer here in a second. We've gotten that far into things.
I got one on my way as well. I can't get too drunk either. It's gonna be
you get
sad.
your presentation. Yeah, we gotta be okay. That's why we need to watch it. Oh, there you go.
When you look out this window, what do you see?
Starbucks. Voters.
Passion.
What do you see, sir?
Fear.
Fear. Why do they have fear, Wilson? Why do they have fear? I don't know.
This is a lot like me talking to my boss, where I'm just like, can you just tell me what you want me to think, so I can just think that way? Please.
Please just give me orders and tell me what to do. Sunker would have been perfect in the military or in the kitchen.
Wow.
Yep, exactly. All right, we'll play a little bit more of this. Then we're going to turn the YouTube off. So I think Hook might be the only one hanging over there. Hook will come jump over.
A city turning to a stop. And I promised this city that I'll protect him from this freak. And we have nothing.
Well, that's not entirely true, sir. A girl named Angela Del Toro was dropped off at Presbyterian late last night. Says she actually escaped from Muse.
She's still alive.
She lost a lot of blood.
Name drop for me. Like,
yeah, because I think some of the. Anyway, go ahead.
I would have liked it better if it was like, because we have the BB journalist bitch. She could have been the one that's like, oh, this whole thing with Muse, oh my god, and actually covering it more. And we don't know if that's a moniker the villain wants for himself, or that's a moniker given to him by people who are just like, what the fuck is this bastard?
Right. Yeah, that's a good point too. Oh, there we
Get a diversity hire user for plot reasons, damn it.
Right, exactly. That's the whole purpose. That's the whole person they're there. That's the whole reason they are there. All right. Okay. Are we ready to switch over to Rumble? I think we're good to switch over to Rumble and kick over.
I think we're done testing the limits of your monetization with YouTube.
Well, and it's like, I don't know, like now Rumble dicked with things in the background again. And I'm just going to have to go manually end YouTube. So let's do it like this here. So YouTube, you're going to get a cool little view here for a second. There we go. And while I end this stream, so Sunker, tell everybody over there on YouTube, tell them goodbye.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Oh, there we go. Hasta luego, YouTube.
And join us on Rumble, damn it.
That's right. Join us on Rumble over there in the Common Nerd. All right. There we go.
No, he can